All right, this is the end of day 4. The thing that I would like to point out today was that during my run, I started picking incantations that were specific to me and trying to say them with intention, ones that I felt I wanted to hear. One that I find difficult to treat as my own is, I do not chase, I attract. What belongs to me will come to me. I think that it's good because it's saying things that are in tandem with the law of attraction, as well as the idea of what belongs to me will come to me, may also include things that don't benefit me and should not be a part of my life will not come to me. That's the part of it that I look at and appreciate a bit more than how I initially viewed the sentence as everything comes to me, because it's not everything. It's everything that belongs to me will come to me. I chose that incantation, and I also chose, I wake up every morning and the first thing I want to do is go to work. I decided to say that at least 100 times. Today was an improvement in how far I ran. I ran 4 miles today. Almost. I ran 3.95, which is so close. But I had already stopped the Strava once I realized I was done. I hit legs today instead of legs and abs because I worked out with my brother, and my brother works out a lot harder than me. And I was worried I would hurt myself because there was a bit of ego lifting in a good way. I didn't want to hurt myself. I just sensed that I was about to hurt myself because I was with my brother, and he and I can be somewhat competitive. I ate a lot. I ate everything I needed to and more. I had dinner with my family, and I couldn't calculate how many calories that it was and how much protein it was, even though it was Chick-fil-A mac and cheese and chicken thigh and schnitzel, which is breaded chicken. That's all I ate. So it was just calories and protein. And still I came home and went, well, I don't know how much I ate. So I ate a full thing of Trader Joe's kebab, which has about 60 grams of protein, and I don't know how many calories, but that put me well over. Can't believe this. My phone keeps saying that I'm out of storage. It makes no sense because I just had like 40 minutes of footage the other day for my other video, and now it's saying that I'm out of storage after I deleted all those photos and videos. Unbelievable. I need a camcorder. Can't believe I don't do this. I'm actually going to look right now. But that's going to be it for day 4. Bye-bye. Yo, I'm about to go to sleep. But this is the end of day 5. I was able to do a high intensity, I don't know, like a HIIT workout in the morning. I just looked up 45-minute long calisthenics video, and I took my yoga mat outside and I did that, and I was sweating real bad. And then I also went on a walk with some friends, and then also went to the gym on my own. And I've also been producing a short film with my friends. So I've been running around doing all those responsibilities throughout today, and yet I still was able to get it all done. I just finished my 10 pages of reading. It's 2:30 a.m. We were shooting until 1:30 a.m. So that's why it's so late. But now I'm so ready to fall asleep. So that's my quick little update for today. Yeah, let's not waste any time. I am so tired. I'm so tired. It is 3 a.m. End of day 6. I got everything done. I got my reading done first thing in the morning instead of last thing like I did the day before. I spent the night shooting this short film with my friends, and I started crashing at like 1:30 a.m. We didn't wrap until like 2:30. And now it's like 3 or 3:30, and I'm about to go to sleep. Or maybe I'll read a little more. Tomorrow I'll put all these videos together. Just make the diary of it. I feel like I should be recording myself a little more when I'm doing other things. Maybe I'll do that. Also, my phone and the storage, it's still a really weird thing. Because today it said 90 out of 120 gigabytes or 128. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure that out. But yeah, all right. See you tomorrow. I thought I'd make a video while I'm out on the run. Something that I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention the other time was that a few days ago I was running by this like party that was happening, and it was the kind of party where, although I wouldn't usually do this, I don't know why I had this vibe where it felt like I could have just walked into the party and no one would have noticed, no one would have cared. But the point is, I could feel the urge to like want to be a part of that group of people that were having fun. I'm not much of a party person myself. I don't really go out and party, but I felt a little bit of FOMO. But then I realized I'm running now so that I can earn my fun later. I don't know, I getting it through my head that what I'm doing right now is better for me. Honestly, what's needed is balance. I don't have that balance yet. But today, I'm running, then I'm walking, then I'm running, then I'm walking. I'm doing push-ups every 5 minutes. I just realized that I should have waited until I was walking before trying to talk to the camera. Today is day 7 before tonight ends, which is in about 2 hours. I still have to eat 80 grams of protein and 800 calories, which, if you know, is the perfect amount that you get when you get 8 single patties from In-N-Out. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take my walking time right now in between push-ups to talk quickly. First thing I want to say is there's also a good element of rejection therapy in what I'm doing, especially when I'm kind of going down to do push-ups while I'm on a sidewalk of a busy road. Something as an idea that I want to mention is that I used to look down on people who were going to parties and making experiences. I used to look down on those people who were drinking because there was something in my head that was telling me, oh, they're degenerates, they're not doing good things. But then I'd be saying that from my bedroom while playing video games online and not doing anything myself. So yeah, sure, I wasn't drinking and suffering those unhealthy consequences, but I was still sitting down getting nothing productive done and probably generating my own unhealthy consequences, such as sitting, such as isolating myself. So at some point it comes down to, what was I doing in the first place that gave me that status to critique? What blatant narcissism did I endow myself with to think that I had any right to be looking down on other people? I would have had a much better time if I was minding my own business, taking a step back from what I was doing, looking at what I'm getting done and realizing it was close to nothing. That's one of the moments where I kind of feel like you're not really living, you're not experiencing anything when you're just sitting in your room talking to friends on Discord. Anyway, there's a cool flashing light here. I'm gonna take a video of myself doing push-ups just for fun. I reckon I'll just do my weekend review this way. First of all, my shirt. I've done a Spartan race before, and it was the shortest / unofficially easiest Spartan race you can do, and I wore this shirt to the gym today. But I have this self-conscious thing that makes me feel a bit similar to a poser, wanting to say, oh, no, I just wear this because it's comfortable, not because I'm a Spartan. But forget that, because I did what I had to do to earn this shirt. And yeah, maybe there are cooler shirts that you can get with more distance and more difficulty, but I have intentions of doing that. But even if I didn't have intentions, I did what I had to do to get this shirt, so I should be able to wear it and not have to feel self-conscious about it. All right, now I want to talk about my week in review. My first criticism of the 75 hard challenge is that there's no time for recovery. Due to the 45-minute outside workout, my options for outside workout are quite limited to cardio, most specifically swimming and running. I've mostly been running. Yesterday, I had the privilege of being in an area where I could hop a fence into a swimming pool, and I did so with glee and spent 45 minutes swimming, which was its own fun adventure. But all in all, my legs have hurt since about day 2. They've been sore every day, and just standing up, it hurts. To combat this, I've taken more time to stretch at the gym, and I've also started spending time in the sauna while I'm at the gym. Apart from that, there's really not much I can do to evade all of that. I can take ice baths and everything, but I don't have a bath or a cold plunge or anything for recovery. I could probably lather on some Tiger Balm or something, but I don't have that. But other than that, the discipline, it's quite good. It very much gives me some sort of purpose and gives me a good sense of, I can deny plans with someone because I have this other thing to do that is important to me. And it's not personal to the friend. I just have this thing that I care about. And I've made it a week so far. Last time, I made it 8 days. Today, in 2 days, I will have broken that record, which is great. I better not stop after 9, though. Ooh, okay, great. The crosswalk turned at the perfect time. Dripping in sweat. And usually, this would be the time where I'm running and I'm saying, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply come to me. All of that. I'm gonna just cross the street. Or I'd be saying things such as, wake up in the morning and the first thing I want to do is go to work. Okay, my alarm just went off. Time to run. See you in a moment. I just checked, and in about 26 minutes. I've only gone about 2 miles between walking and jogging. Something I thought about too. I have this insane advantage being a man and doing 75 hard because I'm a man. I don't live in a neighborhood that's like 100% safe. There's an LA metro station near me. That should tell you enough. Being a man allows me to feel safe. And I think if I were a female, I doubt that I'd feel that same level of safety, which I don't have a solution for it, other than, I guess, setting up that problem, give the setup of that problem voice for someone else to take over who is more knowledgeable and experienced than I am. But I can't imagine being a girl and being able to get this challenge done, especially with the way I procrastinate and getting things done later at night. I think it's just not much harder for a woman. Now I'm walking over to In-N-Out to eat 8 beef patties to reach my caloric goal and my protein goal. It's about a mile in that direction, so I'm gonna walk it, I'll run it, and then I'll pause the run, order my food. Is that allowed? I don't know if that's allowed. Since I don't know if that's allowed, I'm probably just gonna run around the vicinity of the In-N-Out, and then I'll go inside when I'm done, and then I'll walk home. Again, it's like past 10 a.m. Walking home, not safe. All right, I'll catch you with a burger in my mouth soon. So what it looks like is I got to In-N-Out, but if I go inside now, I have like 7 minutes left with 2 minutes walking, 5 minutes running. So I'm just gonna walk down this unsuspecting alleyway and hope that I don't get far enough that then I have to run back, and then I'm gonna run back and I'm gonna get into the In-N-Out and I'm gonna be so sweaty. I think I'll sign it off here because I know that I'm gonna end it tonight. I'm gonna end the 75 hard tonight. I'll complete the day is what I'm saying. Nothing else. I'm gonna sign off now because I know I'll succeed. Sign off with a quote by Walt Whitman. Be curious, not judgmental. I was in a sauna today and there were these guys who were older than me and they were talking about manners. But then the conversation took a route where they started talking about people who ignore your manners. And the older guy said, you know, this place, I assume referring to Los Angeles, it's just filled with narcissists and egocentric assholes. And the other guy kind of went, yeah. I chimed in and I said, they're just indifferent. And then another guy said, yeah, it's not about taking things personally. And then he started talking about the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I hope I said that right. And then they started talking about the 4 Agreements instead of just becoming each other's echo chamber and agreeing with each other, which would then be feeding their lack of self-awareness and realizing the strongest thing to do is to not take it personally. And if it really is an issue with that person and it's affecting how your peace, then you address it with that person and you try to find some common understanding, likely through some measure of compromise. And I wanted to say in that moment, well, I guess, and in that moment, I just thought of that quote, be curious, not judgmental. Got my In-N-Out burgers, checked my Strava, and I only did 3.58 miles today, which is the lowest I've done all week, but that's okay, because to make up for it, I'm now walking about a mile home. But I'm walking, so I'm not considering that an exercise. I'm just considering it a little extra mile for fun. But yeah. All right. Bye-bye. I'm not kidding. Going home, and as I'm going home, I see this guy on this track near the freeway with a tripod, and he's like talking to his phone, and I said, hey man, what's up? What are you doing? And he told me what he's doing, and he's like a fitness guy. He looked like, he was like a grown man, and he's just doing this like fitness thing. And then he's like, you want to do burpees with me? And I was like, sure. And then I ended up doing 50 burpees with him. That was not easy. That's good because I was worried. I was worried I took it easy today. I was worried I didn't earn my sleep. Well, I obviously still have enough energy to walk home. I do feel like I'm 50 burpees closer to earning my sleep. I need water though. I know some people complained about the 75 hard being too much water. Me, I'm 6'4". A gallon of water I think might just be easier for me to down than, let's say, someone who's about 4'11". It also gets easier as the days go on and you learn how to kind of space yourself, but it's still a gallon. But I kind of like it. I do have to go to the bathroom sometimes though if I chug too much at once. I go to the bathroom too often. But yeah, now I'm down to like 4 more burgers, and then I take a progress photo when I get home, and then that's it. That's the day. So I just wanted to give an update after a week of 75 hard, and then this will just be a check mark for then later on with progress down the line. So not flexing. Back here, It goes further down on the left. I suppose do a bit more isolation exercises like dumbbells and cables instead of lat pull downs with both hands. But yeah. Oh, sick. All right. See you tomorrow. Day 8. I'm on my run right now. Quick review of today before I start talking about other things. I got my reading done in the morning and I woke up kind of late. Didn't have to be out of my place until around 2. And I ended up not really doing much except eating and reading and then watching YouTube and Netflix until around 2. That's bad on me. I got my workout done after I left and went to the place that I had to be. Then I came home, I ate a little bit, and then now I'm on my run. And for today, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna set a timer for 45 minutes for the total 45-minute workout. And then I'm going to just see how far I can jog. And I was pushing myself. I was going pretty well for the first 20 minutes. And then around 22 minutes, I thought, okay, you know, let me walk a little bit. And then I start walking and I think some of the adrenaline wore off and something's up with my hip. Right now I'm walking, but I'm kind of limping. So I think for the next few days, I'm gonna try and make my outside workout yoga, because yoga counts as working out. I think it's just less intense, but I'm literally limp as I'm still about 2 miles away from my house. My pace wasn't that good either. I was like 8.5 minutes a mile, which is all right, but it's not my best. But yeah. All right, it's day number 9 today. Since my leg still hurts, I figured that I would just walk and do push-ups every 2.5 minutes. I'm on my walk doing push-ups right now, so at the end, I will have done 200 push-ups. And my hip is still a little funny. I'm supposed to see a doctor about it tomorrow. I did everything else today except my reading and drinking. So get home, drink water, read a book, take my progress photo, be done. That's day 9. No other thoughts. I'm gonna try and edit this video all together tonight. I completed day 9, and that's significant to me because the last time I tried 75 hard, I did not make it past day 8. So new high score, and hopefully I keep things up, make it all the way to 75. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and get most things done towards the morning versus at night. We'll see how that goes. All right. It's day 10, end of day 10. I'm in my car, and I'll talk with my hands so that you have something to watch. It's past midnight, and the only thing I have to do left is drink water. I count my days as when I end up going to sleep, not midnight. Also, I decided that I'm allowed to change things as I'm doing this, as long as I'm changing them for the better. So a change that I made recently is also that my diet is not just protein now. I'm also upping it from 200 grams of protein to at least 230 grams of protein, because they say you should have at least 1.2 grams per pound of body weight, and I'm like 191 or 192, so that's about 230. Today hit that. Definitely hit a buzzer beater again with the 8 single patties. Today I went in, I saw a chiropractor, went through my entire body and fixed everything. Now my back hurts a little bit because he cracked it a certain way, but it should be fine. I'll just sleep it off. Today, instead of running, I did yoga and I was sweating. I was not expecting it to be that hard. I was mad, and I was outside in my backyard, and I was getting eaten up by these bugs. They were just running around eating me, and that wasn't fun. I hit legs today. Tomorrow I'm hitting chest. I think that's still just my biggest thing with 75 hard, is just that there's no recovery time. But I find a way to do everything. Tomorrow should be fairly easy. I wake up early in the morning and I go to a class from 10 to 12, and then I don't really have anything else that I'm doing tomorrow, so that'll be good. Not really anything else I want to say except I'm gonna invest in some new protein bars, specifically David and Barbell. I've been eating the Quest cookie dough ones, and those are good. I've been eating those since middle school, but I want some variety. And David bars have 28 grams of protein, and I tasted a blueberry pie fudge thingamajig the other day, and it tasted pretty good. Gonna start working more on introducing, now that I have a physical output every day, and I'm working on myself physically and I guess mentally by reading. I also want to work on creative output. I mean, I wrote a song last night that's a really dumb song, but I also have another song to record and post. Great. All right. Good night. Sweet dreams. Okay, end of day 11. I put some rings on because that's really the only thing that you see of me. I'm shirtless because I'm about to go to sleep. A little bloated, had a full full dinner. I saw my family recently and they all said that they see changes in my physique, which is good because I see my family every so often. So even if it's a small change, they notice it, they say, which is good. I'm not going for the end result though. I'm focusing on keeping it up every day. Today, I went to the pool with a friend and he and I swam and then and I did chest and tris. Something I wanted to say about 75 hard is that it's been really good for me because before I was doing it, I was having days where I really felt like nothing mattered. Some people might describe it as existential dread. I think it might have been something similar to that where I was just like nothing matters. I can literally sit here and do nothing. No one will care. In doing this, I don't have a reason why I do it every day other than this like competitive mindset that I have. I think that obviously we evolved past survival instincts into being able to ask the question why. I could be wrong. I think there's this thing, this phenomenon where they found that humans are the only living organism to have been proven to ever ask the question why. And so when then we evolve to the point where, regardless of our instincts, we start asking ourselves, why am I alive? Why do anything? What is my purpose? Why do I matter? Why does anything matter to me? It's very easy for humans to get lost in that, and because that wasn't a part of our biological upbringing. And so then to engage in 75 hard, I think that it engages a competitive part of the brain, and rather than spend time wondering why, I don't have enough time to think about that because I have workouts, reading, food to eat, water to drink, all of those things to do. I don't have enough time. I have things to do. And on top of all that, the regular things I do throughout the day. I went to that chiropractor, by the way. Look at what he did. That was enjoyable, but my hip feels better. I don't want to run on it too soon, but I'll probably run on it sometime this week. I'll be gentle about it. I don't know if I talked about this recently, but I think I've been really good about what I consider exercise and what I consider not exercise, even though I might be at the gym. For instance, when I spend 10 minutes in the sauna at the gym, I'm not counting that as my 45-minute workout. These things change over time because I used to consider me stepping out of my car, that's when the 45 minutes start. Now I'll start the 45 minutes when I touch the first weight. And it's not like validates the time I did it last time. I still was considering it part of the workout. I'm sure that there are some days where I wasn't considering stretching part of the workout, but since doing yoga that one time and since stretching more often through my routine, it is a part of my workout. It really is. And it's physical exercise. As I did yoga yesterday, really underestimated how tough that was going to be. I think I knew to respect yoga, but I didn't have the scale in my head of how difficult it was going to be. It turned out to be quite difficult. I was glad. I'm focusing on getting 8 hours of sleep most nights. The past 11 days, the least has been 6 or maybe even 5.5, but most often it's been 8. Last night it was 7. So I'm keeping my sleep at a very good rate, but it's also summer, so I'm having some flexibility. My worry is going to be when I get back to the full swing of school, when the semester starts again, which will be occurring during this challenge. I think I'll have to wake up earlier. I think if school starts at 10, I'll have to wake up at 5 so that I can go to the gym or get one of my workouts done. Otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to get things done. Or I do a workout during my lunch, which I don't want to do. I'd rather do my reading during my lunch, which actually is a good thing that I'll think about. But that's literally a month ahead. Another thing I thought about with 75 hard is that the way that these tasks every day exist in my head are, oh, I have to do this. No questions asked. I have to do this. When can I do it? And I think other things in my life are starting to find their way into that mindset of sort of, oh, this is just something I have to do. For instance, even like brushing my teeth, my morning routine, it's like, okay, my morning routine is wake up, eat breakfast, dental hygiene, get dressed, don't leave my room a mess. I usually do like steps 2 to 4 every day with like the same kind of habits and consistency, but it feels like a 75 hard thing. The making my bed and leaving my room not a mess is something that sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. Changes based on the day, but that's then something that I know to shoot towards, to improve on. These are some crazy rings that I chose, especially this one. I think that's meant to be flames. I think it looks like coral. Anyway, and then there's this one. I can't tell you what they are. Regardless, now I'm gonna go to sleep. It's gonna be a great time. Mwah. Oh, I just want to say this really quickly. Part of the issue with not doing running a lot is that I don't get to do the kind of incantations I did last time, and I thought those were really helpful. I can do those, of course, whenever I want, but I think running gave me a really good time to do it. So I'll work on that. Sick. Bye. It's 11:50. It's 11:50. I just finished day 12. The most notable thing that I can think of from today, of something that I realized, is that whoever came up with the concept of putting light switches on the opposite side of the direction in which doors swing open when you walk into a room, so underappreciated. And it makes sense, but I never realized it. It makes sense. I just realized that today, and I thought, this makes my life so easy, and I just take it for granted. I just don't think about it. But other than that, I went to the pool today, got my exercise in, went to the gym, backs and buys, had 230 grams of protein today. I feel like I see a difference too, and I feel good. I wish that I was starting my days earlier. I'm quite tired. My joints hurt a bit more sometimes, and there's pain, and a lot of the pain feels good. A lot of the pain feels like a physical actualization of how I'm earning what I want and earning my goals. That's just the payment. That's the entry fee, and in a way that works for me. But after 75 hard is done, I think that I'll have to choose something a bit more sustainable, because I don't want to go easy on any of the workouts and tell myself, oh, I'm allowed to go easy because I'm recovering. It doesn't feel right in principle. So I continue going hard, and I continue hurting myself in small ways. This morning it was my back. Now at the end of the night, it's my elbow. Something about the joint in my elbow feels off. So once the challenge is over, I'll look to being nicer to myself. For now, I just don't think I can afford to be nice to myself, because my fear, and this is a true fear, my fear is that if I give myself an inch of leeway, then that momentum of letting myself off the hook will only avalanche. And oh, well, I let myself a little bit off yesterday, I'll just let myself a little bit more off, because I feel like I need it. Whether I need it or not, it's not the question. It's the principle of giving it to myself at all. But it's not to the point where I'm concerned, it's just to the point where I think I have to be wary of it. But that's day 12, which is far more than I've ever done before. And that's actually, I can't do math right now. 63 days left, please. Yes, that's right. 63 plus 12 is 75. 63 days left.